Hey, this is Cameron, and welcome to the practice log. Alright, well, we got a lot of stuff to do today. So, let's go ahead and jump into it. I'll see you in the chair, shall we? This is a little awkward, guys. I've actually taken a few days off, and me saying that in the middle of the week is a little bit odd, I know. But you know, here we are. I could have timed that better. So, how long have I taken off? I've taken like 3 days off. I took off Friday, Saturday, and now it's Sunday. It's Sunday night. I'm gonna try playing guitar again. This is gonna be like probably a pretty short log. Like, I'm really just getting back to it. My thumb, it's getting better. My goal with today's practice sesh is just to really focus on my thumb sensitivity, and I really do believe that I can heal my thumb. I think it's like tendonitis or something. I think I can heal it if I just improve my technique, because I do think I'm using a lot of pressure. I made a promise on the Discord, if this is still bothering me by August, then I'll go get checked out. The thing is, I already know what the deal is. Like, it's not like I have a disease or anything, or like, you know, tendonitis is a disease, I guess. I know how to fix it. The answer is just to not play for a while, and it's like, sure, I can do that. I just don't want to, and I don't think that I actually need to. This was caused by me doing something wrong, and I just need to get rid of that thing that I was doing wrong, and it's gonna go away on its own. Maybe it'll go away a little slower. I feel like that's worth it. I don't care. Like, it doesn't hurt that much. I do remember when I first heard it, it was like actually excruciating to like play guitar even with a really light touch on the thumb. Like, I actually couldn't play. That's not how my thumb feels now. It's not anywhere near excruciating. Like, even if I do put a little too much pressure on it, it's just a little tender now. So it hasn't been getting worse. It's been getting better, and it's definitely way better from when it first reared its head. That's why I'm not concerned about it. I'm not concerned. You shouldn't be concerned. Let's move on. We're gonna keep this one pretty simple. I'm just gonna, I don't know, go over a comment or something. So this one is from my video, the Victory Lap Saturday video. Yeah, that's kind of an interesting idea. I think I might start doing those more. A part of me kind of wants to do it as a live stream on Saturday. The only thing is, then I have to actually film on Saturday, which I usually wouldn't do. But I don't know, something to think about. But basically in that video, I just watched all the performances from the previous week, and I just kind of talked about them, and I was pretty happy with them. I wasn't like proud of them as like standalone performances or like recordings, but for just playing every day, like, I feel like it was pretty alright, and it's definitely improved since I first started this channel. I think that's actually good advice that anybody can use. If you record yourself playing and you don't like it, you should try recording yourself playing every day for like a year and see how that goes. Because like with everything, like, you just have to practice it. Recording yourself is a skill. So you have to practice it as much as you practice like anything else. So like, why wouldn't you try doing it for a year straight and see where you end up? Like, even just sitting down to film these logs, like, I had to practice doing this. If you watch my first episodes, I had a whole lot less to say because I didn't have the practice of talking to a camera. But this one's from Neurotic Indian, friend of the channel, student of the channel too, all around epic guy. There's not enough stuff on the internet where musicians look at what they play in a positive manner. It's normally, well, I suck, when they're shredding at 200 BPM 5 minutes before. Shredding what? Whole notes? That's not impressive. I'm just kidding. I know what you mean. I find myself falling into that habit too. I try to purposefully not do that because I can be kind of a negative Nancy sometimes, and it's real easy for me to just play every day and just be like, that was the worst. I hate that. And I feel like it doesn't even really hurt me that much, but listening to it, it seems pretty negative and like not helpful. That's actually a really good thing, again, with filming everything I do here. I can pick up on stuff like that. Like, wow, I'm being really negative towards myself here. And a lot of times I'll be editing those videos and it's like, I wish I was not being so negative right now. And the next one I film, I'm gonna try to actually be positive. Like, I don't think it's good to be negative for a lot of reasons. Even as like a teacher, I feel like seeing a teacher just being like negative and like overly critical is like kind of weird. You do have to be critical, of course, but you don't want to do it in a way that's like not helpful and just self-deprecating. That's something to work on, and I do. And that's actually like the biggest thing I've gotten from doing all this, realizing that sometimes I should be nicer to myself. And actually, a lot of times when I play and I feel like it sucked, I'll listen to it like a few days later and it's like, that's actually not too bad. Sounds pretty good to me. Yeah, I'm glad that you recognize that I'm trying to be positive. And not just YouTube and like music, but there's a lot of negativity everywhere. Some negativity is good. Like, I'm not spreading only positivity. Like, I want to spread a little bit of negativity, but it's like a mix. You don't want to just be all negative. Like, it's just tiresome. You don't want to be all positive either. That's just annoying. I'm gonna try to give you a nice little mix. nice, and I'm glad that you can appreciate that. Yeah, same thing here. Paul Churisman. I occasionally record myself to hone certain challenging pieces. I find it good practice. You record yourself to hone them? That's interesting. Well, it's good that you find that good practice. I don't know if I would find that good practice. I would think that recording yourself is only really useful for learning how to perform it. And honing a challenging passage, that's not something that you should do in a performance setting. That's very much a practice thing. You should be doing it slow. I mean, that's like the big thing, right? Doing it really slow. And, you know, thinking less about like interpretive ideas, like performing, and more about just like technical stuff and just mastering that. I don't know if recording yourself is that helpful for it. I mean, you said that you found it helpful. I might be misunderstanding you. I probably didn't even read what you said right. Playing in front of a mirror to see my hands and correct technique also seems to work for me. Oh, yeah. Ooh, playing in front of that mirror? I love that. Sometimes when you're playing, do you ever just get lost in your own eyes? You're just like, God, you're so gorgeous. Look at your hair. God, what was I even playing? Like, I'm just staring at a mirror now. Yeah, man, I love that. Guys, if you don't have a mirror, I highly recommend that you get one. You don't have to get one at Walmart or Target and spend like $120. I got 2 pretty large mirrors from Goodwill. I think I paid like 10 bucks each for them, and they're a matching set. And you can see, I'll actually show you my setup really quick. Hey, we're walking around. Check out this mirror. Boom, and I got a column. I got 2 columns. I feel like I'm seeing a lot of guitar YouTubers showing their desk, and it looks awesome. Look at this crappy desk. This desk right here, this puppy, I bought that on Amazon for like 80 bucks, I think. I need to invest in some wire management. It's pretty bad. I could probably get a cleaner mat for that too. Aren't you glad you saw that? Look at these wires. Oh, somebody asked, while we're at it, this is just like a really distracted. This might be a throwback to old store hands right here, me just doing stuff like this. Somebody asked, what's my setup like for mics and stuff. This is the Rode NT1A. I have that running through to this audio interface, connected to this computer, which this webcam is connected to, and I'm just using QuickTime for that. You're gonna hear when I play, there's gonna be some audio processing on the guitar. I just run that through Logic. I just do the classical preset to the master mix, and then I mix in the classical reverb default to taste, and then I'll usually put like a tube EQ on it to give it a little bit of warmth, make it sound like a old recording or something. I should probably stop, it probably sounds bad. But yeah, that's what we do. I'm gonna put you back now. I'm just trying to avoid practicing right now. What was I saying? Oh yeah, get a mirror. You can get a mirror at like Goodwill. They're super cheap. I highly recommend it. Oh yeah, here's one more. It's kind of related to that. This one's from Gabriel Dominguez. What's up? Friend of the channel, like everyone I mentioned, of course. I bought that Ergo Play thingy the same as yours by coincidence. Hey, you don't have to lie to me. Did I influence you to buy it? Am I an influencer? I'm just kidding. I know. You have a mind of your own. I don't affect that. And if I do, that's not the worst thing, because I make pretty good choices, I think. Like that Ergo Play, for example. It kind of sucks. Can't see the fretboard. Yeah, I can't see the fretboard either when I'm playing. Like, let me actually get my guitar. Ooh, man, I haven't held this in like 3 days. But yeah, when I'm playing, my head is behind the neck. I can't see the fretboard. The only thing I can see is the neck, like with the dots on it right here. And if I do have to look at the neck like this, I'm not peering over to see that my finger is on the fret itself. I'm just looking at this, and I can see that the 4th fret is right here. I can like imagine that it goes like that, and I just put my finger approximately where it should go, and then I slide my finger to where I can feel the metal with my fingertip, as if you're like reading Braille. You're actually touching the metal. And for any note that you play, you should feel the metal. I would definitely encourage you to not look at the fretboard, because, like, especially with the Ergo Play, you'd have to crane your neck like that. Even without it, it would still require you, which I don't have a footstool, but it's something like this. It still requires you to peer over at the neck. And, like, not only is it unnecessary and you just don't have to do it, it's also just gonna hurt your neck after a while. So yeah, man, just don't do that anymore. I'm glad the Ergo Play doesn't let you do that. And you should be too. Yeah, so, you know, just practice playing without looking at it. Feeling the frets, that's huge. That's how you know where you are. When I can feel those like that, I have the utmost confidence now that I know where those notes are. Without that, I know that my fingers are spaced out approximately frets, like at this register of the guitar, but I don't really know for sure. But here, I just absolutely know. Yeah, so I would recommend doing that. Yeah, anything else? I think we can go ahead and wrap this one up. There'll be stuff to talk about in the next one, I'm sure. There's no shortage of that. Well, I'm gonna try to practice now, so I'll see you in the piano bench. Well, to get things started, I'm gonna maybe do some scales just to get my hand back to it. I might do my nails, then I'll probably practice recuerdos or something, and I'll see you on the other side. Yeah, you know what? I didn't damage anything. I'm sort of getting an idea for how I need to play, because, well, I'll bring you closer. So, I mean, the thing that I worked on the most just now is probably the Morel Sonatina Movement 1. Just kind of getting my fingers into it. I'm finding I can play it in a way where it's almost as if I'm, like, just barely putting pressure on the strings. It's hard to get it to come across. Like that. So I'm just like, I'm putting such little pressure down. And even for that, it's really easy to put down more pressure than you need. And like that all was like botched kind of, but I'm not gonna keep playing it. I don't know, I see something there. I didn't damage my thumb practicing, but I think I am just gonna call it here. I'm just gonna do something else. We'll see how my thumb feels tomorrow morning, and maybe I'll just do the same thing. Would that be so bad if I spent like just the week just talking? Maybe like not even try it the next couple times? I might do that. That might not be the worst thing. We'll play it by ear. We'll see how I feel tomorrow. Well, we'll go ahead and wrap this one up. I know it's a little different than the usual thing. Usually you'd hear some music right now, but we ain't getting that this time. I'll see you in the outro. Hey, well, you know, if you made it this far, be sure to subscribe and leave a like. I'm cutting it off early, and this would usually be like a bad thing. I don't feel sad about it or anything, though. I actually feel pretty hopeful that my thumb will be better soon. Everything will be alright. We just gotta give it some time. I'm gonna take taking it easy seriously, because I really haven't been. I think I will take it seriously. Hey, want some guitar lessons? I'll teach you how to rehab your thumb injury. Yeah, and of course, if you have any questions about anything, feel free to leave them. Join the Discord. There's a reaction requests channel that you can post videos you want me to react to. That's always a thing. Ask questions, you can do that. Alright, I'm gonna make some dinner, I guess, and then go to bed. So, I'll see you tomorrow.